Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. It is now 7:30, and you are on the Lati Show, and we are ready to get this party started. We are ready. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Lati Show. Y'all come on in. Let's talk about some stuff, and let's get this party cracking. Now, I've been easy going for the past couple of weeks when I started. Now it's time to turn up the volume. I'm turning up the volume today. We're going to do some stuff. Let's wait for some people to come in so we can get started on this show and talk about some things, okay? I'm ready today. I'm ready today. Now, let's keep this in mind, guys. When we are talking, we're not being, I mean, you could be opinionated if you would like to be, that's fine. But please understand people are going to make comments that you're gonna not going to like. People are going to like comments that they're going to say things that you are going to like. So I'm just asking that everybody please respect everybody's opinion and please respect my opinion because that's all it is. It's my opinion. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's mine's. Okay. So y'all come on in. It's 7:30. Let's get this party started. We'll wait a couple more minutes for some people to come in so we can get started. I want to get started on this subject today. And we're gonna have a good time and we're gonna have some laughter. And then we're gonna give some opinions on what we're talking about without people being judgmental. And if you be judgmental, hey, that's on you. Just understand the fire that comes behind it. Understand somebody may bring some fire that you're not gonna like. Okay. So I don't see it, Derek. I don't see it at all. And I'm on my page right now, and I don't see the live. There we go. You know I'm always messing up something, Derek. So please forgive me for my actions. Let's go. We got six people on. We got six people on. We're gonna wait for a couple more people to come in. I wanted to say real quick before I start the show, I'm asking everybody to go ahead and purchase your tickets for my August 26th show, August the 26th at VIP Bar and Grill. Again, thank everybody who came to the VIP Bar and Grill for my last show when I was there. Thank you so much. And when I say we had an amazing, amazing, amazing time, those of you who missed it, you missed a good show. This go round, I'm going to do some more stuff. I'm going to try some Dream Gloria. I want to go to some old stuff. So let's get that let's get that cracking. It's going to be a real nice show. I'm gonna be with Chris Misco, so that's gonna really be a good show. If you're trying to purchase your tickets, you can Zelle 872-214-2017. That's 872-214-2017, okay? So you can Zelle for your tickets. Your tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door. And if you are trying to get VIP seating, please call that number that you see on the screen. Each VIP seating will have to have between 5 to 6 people per table. Okay. So get those tickets right away so we can get this show started. Those of you who came to my show, um, please, some people were first timers who came to the show. Please understand if I say I start at 4, I start at 4. Some people were coming in at 4:40, 4:45, and you bought VIP tickets. I just want to give you guys a friendly reminder that after an hour, your VIP section, somebody may sit in it. So the show is only 2 45-minute sets. I'm in and I'm out, and I do start at 4 o'clock. If I start at 4:02, I'm late. Okay. So normally I try to start on time, unless just something that happened and we start a little late. But please know I'm at VIP from 4 to 6. So please get your tickets now. Also, we have the BOT show coming up September the 10th. We got some other things. That the August 19th show is sold out. So thank you guys so much for your support and purchasing your tickets. And we look forward to entertaining you. Okay. So again, if you're looking to book Latanya Hughes, call that number 872-214-2017. 872-214-2017. Now, let's get this party cracking. I want to talk about the things. Hey, Jackie Blue, how you doing, Queen? I want to talk about Jackie, this subject that everybody's been talking about, the Alabama boat broil. Um, it was definitely something that got the world in the uproar and or got the world in a unity state. I want to say this. I have seen some of the things that has been posted. But I have a question for my people. I want to kind of let you guys give your opinions today. After I give mine and I'll be done, I'll just be listening to you guys. Okay. So my topic is when black folks come together, when they come together, why do black folks still complain? We always talk about unity, right? Now, mind you, I'm not for fighting at all unless you have to defend yourself. This was a situation where this man who is at his job is asking these particular man to move his boat so a bigger boat can get in. That's his job. Why did he come and sucker punch and push this man like that? So now the man throws his hat in the air. He said, "Hey, I'm in now." Okay. So how much that would have cost him just to move his boat and do what he needed to do? Now, mind you, I work at LA Fitness Signature Club for since September. No longer there. But I would have those same type of people to come in when I'm trying to check people in, and they come and swipe their card and walk away like, "Excuse me, I was checking them in. You have to wait." And they get an attitude at a gym. It doesn't matter where you are. Privileged people still feel like they're privileged, and they act according to what they feel their privileges are. Now, mind you, I'm not prejudiced. I work for all type of people, and I do a good job, and I love everybody. But some of the behavior is getting worse. But now that behavior has happened. Now I see people on Facebook. Well, why don't we start doing this in our community? Why? Well, you be the leader. You do it. You start it. So when people around here and their kids getting shot up and killed, you be the person to come out and tell them to stop shooting. Or you be the first one to call the police. Or you be the first one to do CPR instead of pulling out your phone. See, sometimes people forget the stuff that they do on their page too. I don't forget because I watch. Okay. So sometimes when people are saying we should come together in Chicago, guess what? That didn't happen in Chicago. That didn't happen in Chicago. And when it do happen into Chicago, I want to see those who saying what they saying. Let's see, are you going to tell anything in your community? Guess what? No, you're not. Because if you off Pulaski Road, you're going to shut your mouth. You ain't going to say a damn word. If you off of anything dealing with Madison Street, you're not going to say anything. It's sad. Are you going to jump in the fight if somebody else's kid is getting beat up? No, you're not. So guess what? Before you sit here and say what happened in Alabama was a bad thing, or you have an opinion about what happened, saying that, oh, we should do that in the city. It didn't happen in Chicago. So keep my city out your mouth because I'm from Chicago. And when we unite, we're going to unite. Okay? Or you put it together and unite. People say, "Oh, well, Farrakhan is doing what Farrakhan needs to do for our people, and half of us hard-headed anyway. So we're not going to put the brother in his. No, we're not going to do that to him. Okay? He has formed his nation. I need you to form yours for our community if that's what you care about so much." So I didn't say my piece. What do you guys think about the brawl? And give me your opinion. And I want to say this to the young man who swam in that water. His name was Aaron, because I said I need to see what his name was. Was it Aaron? Let me see what that baby name was. I got his name, y'all. I want to say his name was Aaron. Aaron was a coworker that worked there at the boat that day. Yeah, Aaren. Aaron was identified as another coworker who was going to. He swam from one side to the next side to go and assist. Would y'all have swam from one side to the next side? No, you probably wouldn't. Most of you. But I like the fact that our king stood up for what was right. For what was right. If that would have been an African American man and an African American man, which y'all had jumped in and helped that brother there, if it was 5 or 6 African American men that beat him up, it should be the same thing. I'm for what's right. What was right was for people to come and help, whether black or white. Being that it was white, a white man jumping on a black man, it really got blown all the way up, and it went left for them white boys real quick. And I'm not trying to be funny. You got to pick your fights a little bit better. Okay. So let me see some people who's commenting on this today. Hey, Jackie. Hey, what's going on? So Pitmaster says not many would make the sacrifice or carry the struggle. Absolutely not. They're not going to do it because half of the time it's your children and my child in the community that's messing up the community. And when you're a person that try to stand up to make sure your child not doing something, his friends or his friend's mama is not like you. I'm not for my boys tearing up the community and acting a damn fool. I'm not for it at all. Okay. So this brawl that happened to me was needed. Do y'all know where they was at fighting? What's the history there? Do anybody can tell me about the history? Because some people who making those type of comments don't even know the history. What's the history where they was fighting at? Do anybody know? Because like the people said, we are not our ancestors. You're not going to keep beating us up. You're not. And we're just going to turn our heads. But the good thing is, if y'all didn't notice, nobody got shot. They was throwing hands. That's why I liked it, because they was throwing hands. People ain't threw hands, and no police officer shot anybody. No police officer shot anybody. They let them fight it out. The chair guy hit the lady upside the head. You know, she got into men's fights. So anything can happen when you step out of your place. Just saying, know your position, women. Okay. The color doesn't matter. That's what I'm saying. The color didn't matter to me, because had it been black on black, would you still have help if this man was getting jumped by 15 black people? You know, that was my question. It wasn't just black. The race didn't matter to me, the Macy. That's what I'm saying. It's about what's right and what's wrong. Correct. Correct. That's all I was saying. What's up, Moses? They transported slaves on the river. Exactly, Moses. So a lot of people fuck around and find out. I see your comment there. Yes, they found out. And you're right, Moses. So why was that so important to a lot of us? Because we know history. Okay. So to me, that happening right there, it made another history, but in a different format. So Moses, thank you for sharing that so people can understand. Okay. They transported slaves on that river. So guess what? I think it was a little bit more in debt and sensitive for that reason of people who really knew what happened on that river. Okay. And the young man swimming on that river to save the day, man, he's a hero in my eyes. You know, the young man, he did what any other person should have done. I'm just glad no one was killed. But we must defend ourselves. We must defend ourselves, Michelle. Absolutely. It was a slave, the slave auction site. So guess what? That was history made right there, because it from this day forward, it would never be known. It'd be known as that history, but we, the new generation, have made it to where it would never be known as the same thing in that nature. That it made better history of what we're not doing no more. We are not our ancestors, guys. We're not. And let me say, every Caucasian person is not against us. They're not. They're not. So let's don't get it twisted, guys. Everybody ain't they're not prejudiced. Everybody's not prejudiced. Alabama has a history of flat out racism in your face, like other southern states. Correct. Correct. I'm happy that they stood up for that brother, because, like I said, many times we don't stand up. We don't stand up. And I'm so glad. And I know everybody in the world is going to talk about it. It seems like every time I have a topic for the following Monday, something happened over the weekend to where I have to talk about that, because it's so important for us to understand what happened. It's so important for us to tell our children and our grandchildren about that particular river. Had that not happened, I probably would have never even brought it up to my granddaughter or my grandson. Okay. So now I can have those conversations with them and say, hey, you know that fight that happened in Alabama? This is what really happened originally on that river. They sold slaves. They traded off slaves, and they did all kind of stuff in that area, you know. So this is history. So this is definitely history. Who want to join the live with me today? Come on in. Join the live on StreamYard, guys. Join the live. Okay. Yeah. Pip Pastor said to be known for the whippings. Yeah, it definitely changed around what it was originally known for at this point. Amen. That's what I'm talking about. We're not our ancestors. Amen. We're not our ancestors at all, guys. You know, Dave, we're not. Pastor David, we're not. We're not our ancestors. Um, we're not. And let me say this: I thank God for our ancestors because they did pave the way for us. Okay, let's not forget that, and we are grateful for those people, our ancestors who did that. But we're not our ancestors, and let's not make this a Chicago thing. That's the part that I was a little bit kind of ticked off about. It didn't happen in Chicago, and when you're saying something like that, make sure when you are in a predicament like that, you make sure you fight for that for another black male or black woman. If you see a black man or black woman getting beat up by a white person, you make sure you be the one to intervene. I want to see you on a videotape. Now, some people were just saying in general that they wish to just come together as a community. The community part, I definitely understand. You know, coming together as a community, but we come together as a community, black on black. But guess what? Let it start in your community. You started. You started. And let me tell you, half of the time when you try to do something in your community, bring unity, it's always the people in the community who don't want it. You know why? Because they don't want change in their community. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. They'll find something bad about you. What about the young man who was murdered over in Inglewood? They shot him. He was no guns or whatever it was. Whatever he was a positive person. They killed this man. So it doesn't matter. People have to have the mindset to want to change. During the live on stream, y'all, you guys. So now we talked about that. Now let's talk about this other subject real quick. There was a young lady who was on Twitter, TikTok. I don't know what it was, but the lady was. We're gonna keep talking about this thing, the fight. We'll still keep talking about that. But let's talk about this lady. This lady went on live. Now I was thinking that she was on a talk show when she talked about her husband cheated on her, and the side chick came to her and told her about her husband. Let's go there today because I want to go all over the place. I'm tired of sticking in a nice zone. So the lady says to her husband, "Hey, we're not getting no divorce. We're not getting no divorce, baby. Your side chicken came and told me everything I needed to know about the situation. And now that I know this is what this is, please understand, husband, you're not the only person in this household that somebody want to put hands on in a lovable way. Okay." That's exactly what she told her husband. And she's like, "Oh no, and we're not getting a divorce. For the matter of fact, we're not getting a divorce because at this point, we have invested it too much in each other and too much in our business. So we're gonna keep making this money. But guess what? I'm gonna be doing the same thing you're doing. I'm gonna have me somebody, or I'm gonna have me somebody's, and you don't have to deal with it." Why is it that our men got on Facebook up under my comment and they said what they said? I don't have a problem with it. But my thing is this: don't leave out the fact that he cheated. Oh, well, now she's degrading herself as a woman. What about what he did? He degraded himself as a man and as a husband. So it's why is it always you can cheat on us, but we say, "Oh, we're gonna cheat too. I'm gonna get my lick back." So whoever want to date Latanya, please understand. If you cheat on me, I'm gonna get my lick back. And I may even tell you to stay with the side chick or stay with the woman. You know why? Because it don't bother me. I'm cut from a different cloth. We both can do this. Keep her. Just make sure you take care of me right here. Am I side chick material? Absolutely not. But if you play with me, I can play with you back. So somebody said, "Well, Latanya, well, you the side chick." No, I was the woman. Well, my man cheated on me. And I can tell my story. He cheated on me, and I had a conversation as grown folks do. And I said, "Go back to go back to your ex. I'm good over here. But just know when I make a phone call, you be there." But that does what that mean? I'm a whore or I'm a side chick now? No. I'm just not putting up with what he did. Okay. But now I have the opportunity to do what I want to do. So that's my choice. That is a choice. Okay. So this lady decided, "I'm not going to divorce my husband. We're going to sit here and raise our child, and we're going to do this thing together." So what make her such a bad person? So most of the real question, where do we go? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm all over the place. The real question is, where do we go from here? It's like the Million Man March. What next for the people? Exactly. The Million Man March came and went. What happened afterwards? What did it do? That's a good question, Moses. What happened to the Million Man March? What happened? All the millions of men got together and they marched. And they marched for what? And what happened afterwards? What happened? Maybe it brought some love towards a million men who was there. But what happened afterwards? I have no idea. That's a good question, Moses. Do you have the answer? Do anybody know what happened after the Million Man March? I'm trying to reach your comments, but they're coming in slow. I just posted on my page about how to. I can't. Of the 70s and matter. That's good, Janice. Yes, yes, yes. I'm trying to read it, guys. It's going kind of fast. Sister, this put away for a few stereotype. Okay, sisters. Okay, this put away for one that we can't stick together. That black people can't swim. Black people can't swim, and then the last care for one another. Well, let me say this: there's a lot of black people that can swim. Me being one of them. Back when I was young, but if you don't use it, you will lose it. So give me a life belt, please, and I don't wet my hair. Okay. So yeah, you're right. Black people don't swim because they had to go all the way from one side to the other side to get to the side to help the man. So yeah, that was so. A lot of those women and men who was getting thrown over in that river, they were swimming. Black folks, they would have got thrown over in there. We just would have been done. That's a little bit true. We don't swim, so I really think that we as African Americans should definitely learn another language, and we should definitely learn how to swim. I really do believe that. Okay. Yeah. So whatever happened to the Million Man March though? Anybody know what happened with that? That's a good question. Very very good question. I'm trying to see these comments, guys. Anybody commented, Derek? Because I can't see. I don't see anything after Moses. So yeah, guys. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you when you're right. Because I didn't see anything else come after the Million Man March myself. I can't see anything, guys. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so let's talk about this sister, y'all. So what do you think about the sister who made the comment about her husband letting him know we're not going to get divorced? We are going to continue to stay together. So why did this lady get badgered the way that she did about saying we're not getting a divorce? This is what we're gonna do. This is where we at. You made this bed. We both gonna sleep in it. Is she wrong? Why does she got to be an unclean sister now because she decided to do what her husband does? Um, why is that, guys? Why is always a double standard? Because I would do the same thing. I was like, okay, we can do this. I just think people are just getting tired of committing themselves in relationships and they're not getting the same love that they're putting out there. And then to find out that your man has been in a relationship for so many years. Let me tell y'all something. If I'm with a man and he has a woman and he's not married, I can date a man that's not married. I really can. But if he's married, I think that's something you shouldn't do. Okay. But if a man is not married, I have the right, and if I'm not married, I have the right to date other people, unless you and I have a grown folks conversation and say, hey, we're going to be together. We're going to try to have this relationship, right? Um, but I don't get it. Why is it people, talked about this lady about, yeah, she's going to put herself out there because of him. No, she put herself out really because of him. She's putting herself out because she's tired of him and she wants to date and see other people too. So maybe she'll have a 6-year relationship with somebody. People say, why don't you just leave them? Sometimes when you have sometimes women invest too, guys, just like you invest. Women invest as well, and men, property, business, they invest just like you. Okay. Like men say, no, man, I can't divorce her because I didn't invest too much. I'm gonna lose money. So if I divorce her, I got to pay her this amount of money in alimony. And if I divorce her, she get the house. So to me, this woman was saying the same thing. So why is it so bad for her to say what y'all say? Why can't I see anything, Derek? I don't know what I'm doing, Derek. I can't even see that I'm on. Am I on StreamYard right now, Derek? Because it says live, but I don't see it on my page. I can't see no comments. I can't see anybody. I can't see anything. And my other phone is ringing. Yes, I can't see anything on my page. Anyway, I can't see you guys' comments. So, Derek, can you type comments? Because I really can't see anything that's on my page right now. I did. Closing and came back in. It's nothing. I don't see anything. It's people commenting because I really can't. I just see all my posts, but I don't see my lab right now. I was just there. I lost you guys. I'm sorry. We got to find a better way to do this one because I can't do it. I can't. Not even for the fan. Let me go to my phone and see can I do it on my phone and see can I see you guys. So I'm sorry, guys. This is technology, guys. This is definitely technology at its worst. So now I see it on my phone, but I don't see it on my laptop. Okay, so let's see. Let me turn the volume down. So, she is tired of being tired. Now I see y'all comments on my phone. I can't see it on my. She's tired of being tired. Yeah, she's tired of being tired. Yeah, she's tired of being tired. Hey, what's going on? Somebody's in Chicago and didn't even come see me. I ain't gonna say his name. I ain't gonna say it. So, but I want to thank you guys for watching. Moses, thank you so much for watching, dear. Moses, I hope you come out August the 26th to my event. You missed my cigar and sundresses concert. Good evening, dear. She is tired of being tired. She understand that he's needed for the kids and to help maintain the household. Yes, Janice, to maintain a household, and then she also was saying that she had a business. They had businesses together. So, hey, he messed up. Okay, apparently, and like I said, it seemed like she was on a talk show and she was, I guess, like responding to whatever the talk show was about because it looked like the lady to the side was sitting there listening. Um, so I think that's what that was. Give me a few. I can come on live to answer that. Come on, Moses. Come on live and answer. Can we get you to come on? Bring them on video. I'm gonna send a request to you, Moses, so you can come on in. I sent you a request. Shoot me an info. The info is under Derek Blocker, but I just sent you. Hmm? He says, shoot me the info. Don't forget about Casper. Who's Casper? Click the link, Moses. A link that you can click. So I'm going to read some of you guys' stuff because I wasn't able to see a lot of this stuff. Um, Moses says there wasn't a game plan from the leaders. However, they were financing the event, but nothing done afterwards. Wow. Yeah. Felita says she said the right damn thing. The link is on the you guys, the link is right there. Join the live. Okay, guys, join on in. She said the right damn thing. We have been abused by men cheating way too long. Okay. Men sneak and some are a little bolder. Yeah, some of you guys are a little bolder nowadays. Um so when a woman step up and she says what she says, she's wrong. She's a hoe. She's a slut, or she's gonna belittle herself. She's less of a woman. No, she's a whole woman because she's letting him know, okay, you did what you did, but we didn't build here, so you're gonna have to get over the fact of what you did. But this is what I'm gonna do here. We're gonna do this thing here together. I ain't trying to be funny, guys, but I probably would have did the same thing or left them. Depends on the situation. If you want to be with somebody, let me know. That link isn't. What are he saying? That link isn't working. Well, can I just invite him on here? Chat live. Why can't we just chat? Why can't we just invite him in right here? I sent you a request, babe. Moses, I sent your request. Okay, Jesus today. Second, on the next typo. What? Okay, I don't know what you're saying. The link isn't working. He says, I'm late to the party. Come on in, cheese. Who you talking about? Well, I was talking about the brawl that just happened in Alabama. Give me your comment on that. On why is it that African American Black people have a problem with them doing what they did, or saying why can't we be that way in our community? That didn't happen in our community. That happened in Alabama on a damn river, on a very historical river. Okay, so that, and then also it's we talked about the young lady who was saying to her husband, or on the talk show, if her husband cheated, she said her husband was cheating on her. And when she found out, the midst of the sad chick, the one told her, and she found out, and she told her husband, we're not going to get a divorce. We're going to see, we're going to raise our daughter together. We're going to continue to make this money together. And you ain't the only one in this household that somebody else want to fuck. So she said that. And she said to him, then that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to do you, continue doing what you're doing, because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But we're going to still make this money in this household. The household still must go on. I thought it was just very, very so. But people were saying, well, she doing this, and it's always the men. She's degrading herself, and she must not be a spirituality. Come on, let's stop putting spirituality in everything. Let's just stop it. Let's just stop it. Everybody don't believe in what you believe in, so stop judging somebody off your belief. That's what I don't. That's what I don't like. I love the Lord with all my soul, but somebody else may not be that type of person. So stop saying what they're not because what you believe in. Now that I don't like. She can't be a saved woman. She's a no. How you know what she is? She's hurting. And her response is, I'm gonna do that. Who's to say she's gonna go out and be sleeping with this man, this man, this man, this man, this man? She just might go and get a nice man for her. So to me, it turns into a poly. It turns to a poly because everybody knows. The link isn't working, he says. Second or next to type. I don't know what that is. Uh Moses, go where it says Derek Blocker and click on that right there. If that works for them, let them live their lives. Exactly. Exactly. So we're not going to sit here and badger this woman because of her response to her husband. We're not going to do that. Because at that moment, I would probably say the same thing. I would probably do the same exact thing to my boyfriend or my husband, because I have been in those shoes before, and I said, no, go back to her. We good over here. Yeah, she understood what needed to still be done, considering her husband's infidelity. She still had to pay bills. She still have to live. She still have to raise that child. They got businesses together. Apparently, they got a house together. So what's she gonna do? Just lose everything because he decided to dip and do something like that? I probably be like, no, we good over here. We gonna all do this. And she was a beautiful lady, so she let him know, you're not the only one around here who want somebody else want to get in with me. So you may be handsome husband, but somebody want me too. And I think men sometimes forget, when you get caught, a woman can get her lick back and you won't even know. We're just that good. Y'all not that good. Moses, what happened? I don't know what happened. But the stream yard is up, guys. So you can click on the link, and he said it's not working, Derek. So I don't know, guys. So let me look over here. I can see comments over here. Here we go. Um, Payback is the dog. Payback is a dog. So why do you think that men felt like her saying that she wanted him to keep seeing this woman? I've done it before. I told my keep seeing her. We good over here. But just know I can do whatever I want to do as well. And that even a conversation I have to have with a person. You should know better. So that's my thing. Why is it so wrong when we do it? It's gonna always be a double standard. So I say, have at it, girl. If it works for you, it works for you. And if you don't accept it, and somebody, I think one of my guys this morning was saying poly works. Poly works for them. That's not like what they're gonna get ready to do anyway. When the tables turn, that's when they want to look at values. Oh yeah. They always want to look at the value. Well, she's this. Well, call me what you want to call me, boo boo. If I, Latanya Hughes, decide to be in your life and give you my heart and give you my time, and we invest together, and you go out there and do what you do, I'm gonna be just like that lady. No, 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 no. We're gonna stay right here, but we're gonna build this money because it's all about making the money. But you're gonna do what you do, and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. We're gonna do this thing together. I would be that girl. Who's joining in with me? See somebody up there on my screen. Who's joining in? Somebody's coming in. Come on in.
I think I'm. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Who's that? Moses?
Yes.
What's
Okay.
up, Moses? You made it, buddy.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Latte Show, Moses. Thank you so much for joining in. Oh man, it's so good to see you.
Likewise.
So come on in. Let's have this conversation. What you think about this lady made that? Did you see the video?
No, I'm afraid I didn't see that video, but I did hear your comments in regards to it. So
okay, so what's your input on that?
My input is basically just this. I mean, if that's just decided that she was going to literally stick together with her husband, I see nothing wrong with that. Oftentimes, what happened for me is, especially when married couples get together, people forget to form some type of mission statement.
Okay.
You gotta have a mission statement. If you're in a marriage, that's what you gotta have. Because that's the truth of the matter is this is not about love anymore. It's about a binding contract.
At this point, with them two, it's definitely about the contract now because he stepped out.
Right. So, based on most marriages now are based on these contracts, then you got to have a mission statement. So, if the mission statement is to let's make sure we raise the kids, let's make sure that we are successful in the business, and you stick to the mission statement, regardless to whatever is going on.
It's an agreement.
Right. So if you got that agreement that we're going to stick to the mission statement, now, once the mission statement has been completed, then you guys decide if y'all want to venture out or do something different. But I definitely think that mission statement needs to be put forth.
Really? Correct. Yeah. Correct. I think in everything, have an understanding. I dealt with somebody, and before I even decided to put myself into the person more, I had to stop myself and say, hey, where we going? Because if we're not going where I think we're going or where you may think, we need to have this conversation. And as soon as you have that conversation, the person will bail back like, okay, I ain't ready to have that conversation. And I'm good because now I know. And sometimes women, we got to test the water too, Moses, and say, hey, where we going here?
Oh, yeah.
So once you find out where we're going, then we can come into an agreement. But sometimes men can't handle that agreement stuff. You know that, right? It can't handle that. Come on now. We know men cannot handle a woman saying, okay, Moses, I know we're in a relationship together or we're seeing each other, but guess what, sweetheart? I really like you. I really want to get to know you. And we're having a good time doing whatever that we're doing, but I still got an appetite. My appetite is just not sexual. Okay. Everything is not sexual when it comes to somebody else wanting somebody else. It could be something about you. I really like your style. I really like your class, but you're boring. I want somebody who party more. You know what I'm saying? So let's come to an agreement that we're here, but I really want to be there too. What is so wrong with that? What is so wrong with that?
It's nothing wrong with it if you guys got to understand it. I mean, first
men don't want to have an understanding because they feel, well, I know she's gonna sleep with him. So what if I do?
Well,
we're not married.
Okay, but here's the thing. Well, technically speaking, now if you really want to get into this, and I know some people may be offended with my next statement, but from the biblical standpoint, anytime you sleep with somebody, you're married to them.
Okay.
Anytime you sleep with somebody because
it's soul ties.
Yeah, because it's God never. If you go back and look at it, God never ordained marriage. If that was the case, He would have told Adam, "You're gonna marry Eve." Correct. So that was the case. All He did was gave Eve a rib from Adam and said that you're supposed to be a helpmate.
Yep, helpmate.
So he never told him, "Oh, I'm binding you guys in marital matrimony." He never said that.
Mhm.
So if you also go back
That
and
is
look,
true. Adam and Eve never married.
never
So
married,
they fornicated in the eyes of the Lord, right?
right?
So why is it the same? Why can't it be the same now? Why do I got to be penalized? Because I am a woman of God and I stand on that. God is truly blessing me and constantly doing it. But if I don't want to be in a committed relationship with somebody, why do I have to be biblical because I want more than one man in my life? Why? Why? What is so wrong with that?
I don't see any. I mean, if you're being
But I want
upfront,
you to be a hoe or a girl who sleep. No, you don't necessarily have to sleep with both men. You don't.
but that's true.
But if I
However,
want to, that's my business.
because here's the thing, and again, I hope the brothers don't attack me on what I'm about to say next too.
Can't get offended from your true statement. Can't get offended.
So brothers, let me say this. Uh, brothers could go sleep with someone and not have emotions. Emotions not don't necessarily need to be part of
Yeah, I know where you
having
go.
sex,
Mhm.
especially with a guy. I mean,
But
literally
there's
speaking, we
women
could
like
go.
me. There's some women
Yeah,
like me don't have emotions. I don't.
right. But
Some
we
some people
yeah,
like me.
we could go and wash it. We can go and wash our penis off in the sink, and then we go home and we still in love with our wife. So we can
Yeah,
do that. We can have sex without
I give you
attaching
that one.
emotions, emotions to them. However, we don't like to know that our woman is the same way. That's the last thing any guy would like to know, that his woman is sleep, because he's assuming that if
It's
she's
sacred.
sleeping with,
It's sweet with this. Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
yeah, he's right. He's like, oh, she's sleeping with him. She must have some feelings for this guy. She must have some emotions for him.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Because
because she
I'm
just
not
wouldn't
gonna
give her
sleep with
body up
anybody.
like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But let me ask you this: can you? Jesus saying something to each his own, as long as it's said out front. Yeah, true. What's up, Kelly? Um, so first of all, if I date you guys and we decide to go there and you go and wash yourself off in the sink, it's over. You're
Hey,
out of here.
I'm just saying. Listen, that was younger days. That was younger days.
No, you got some older men to do that. You got some older men that'll do it.
Uh,
And if you're an older man and you be intimate with a woman, you do not go take a shower, shame on you. You do not flop yourself in no sink. No, we don't do whole baths over 50 or 30 or 20. That's a whole bath. So that's usually the case. So let's read some of this stuff. Can you see some of this stuff? Let's go up to the top.
I don't think I
Oh,
can.
you can't see it? Okay. It says how old is the kids? I think she had probably a young child. She said we're gonna raise our child. Yeah. That's exactly what she said. We're gonna raise this child. So I will assume it's not a teenager or probably a an adult child. Yeah. Derek is saying they might as well be poly. They might as well. They there anyway. How old's the kids? I see it. It's always been a contract. Oh, okay. It's always been a contract. What you mean when you say that, Pitmaster? Derek is saying that's poly, what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Uh, Felita says they can put that thing in anything they want, but they don't want someone else's thing in his woman. That's true.
I agree with that. I mean,
True.
yeah.
That's true. You don't, guys, I don't even understand it. If you do it, please know if we find out 9 times out of 10, and you know what? We're not even going to tell you we did it. Now, and women may kill me for that time. If you cheat on your woman, please understand she's gonna cheat back. She's gonna get a lick back. And she's gonna be with you like nothing never happened. Gonna lay it with you, yeah, baby. And not nothing ever happened. Because we're good at it. Y'all get caught, we're not. And you know that's true. Moses, we don't
Well,
get caught like y'all. We don't get caught like y'all, Moses. We don't get caught like y'all.
I'm gonna put it this way: men usually, let me just say this: a percentage of men usually get caught because they change their
Routine.
habits. Yes, they change
Routine.
their habits. Yeah, they start routine. That's it. That's a better
It's a
word.
routine. They
Actually,
change
yeah,
the
you
routine.
start changing your routine up.
So guys, stop changing your routine.
Uh,
If you start off someplace, keep going. Because guess what? It's the same thing with a marriage. You start being this good person in your marriage, and all of a sudden you start slacking. Women the same way. They don't want to have sex with their husband no more. So guess what? Your husband gonna come knocking at Ting Ting's door or start seeing her at these parties at the family den and all these other places. And they
yeah,
go
you right
with
about
her.
that.
But that's the truth, right? They're gonna see
Right.
somebody else is gonna give those pleasurements. That's why when you are married, please make sure that's what you want to do, because you're gonna be see with the same man or the same woman every day or every other day.
That's true.
If you don't feel your taste is gonna be for that man for the or that woman for the rest of your life, don't get married. People
Right.
say, "Well,
Well,
why you don't
it's
get married
strange.
to that man?"
Somebody
Don't do it.
mentioning about poly. It's strange. I had the
That's Derek.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to. It was funny. This is like years ago. I met this young lady, and I met her doing a day nap. Long story short, when we went out, we got to talking, and of course, she eventually told me she was like, "Well, um, she was married," and I'm like, "Wait a minute, you're married?" I was like, "What are you
Mm.
doing on a day nap?" And she goes, "Well, my husband and I both were in a poly relationship," and of course, that just got my mind going, and so I started.
You said, "Oh,
I
shit, maybe."
Yeah, and I mean, I started asking a lot of questions, but one of the things I found very interesting throughout our topic of conversation, she said something to me, and she was like, and they had children and everything. Both of them had good prestige job at the UIC. I won't
Hmm.
say what they did but anyway, long story
I might
short,
know them because I worked at UIC.
yeah, she she said, well, think about it. She was like, you have these couples that go out and they say that they have date night. Married couples, and they go out and they say they have date night, and she says, are they really having a date night? And I told her, I said, yeah. I mean, when I was married, that's what me and my wife did. Ex-wife did. We would go out and have date nights, go to the movies or whatever, wait for the kids. And then she questioned it. She said, but when you guys were out, did you talk about your lifestyle? And when she said our lifestyle, were you still talking about bills that need to be paid, or that y'all had to paint the garage, or that the kids needed this? And I thought about it. I said, yeah, she's right. Because when we would go out on a date, we would end up talking about the shit at home and what we had to take care of. And she was
Yeah,
like, that's not a date night.
it's not a date. You talking about bills?
Right. She was like,
You
that's
could talk
not a
about that
date
at
night.
home,
Right.
right?
So it made me see that again, in those type of situations, we forget again to explore because we get so comfortable in our lifestyles. So,
Mhm.
because it's just like if I was dating her, I wouldn't be talking about bills. I wouldn't be talking about fixing the washing machine or nothing like that. We'll be talking about, you know,
Your
endless
next
sex.
opportunity.
Yeah, endless sex and what we go, yeah, and where we gonna take it from here.
So
But
why didn't you do it then?
yeah, so
Why did you do it? Because you don't want to think about when she goes home to her husband and some things that men do with other women do with women. He don't want to have to think about that. Hey, this could be what he's doing to her, or I'm going behind this man. Men can't do that.
yeah, yeah,
So it's
it's
a
a all
mental thing. You have to be ready for that.
right. I mean,
You
it
have to
plays
be
on your
ready for that.
psyche. I agree. It plays on a man's psyche. But I mean, the way I see it nowadays, and I'll be honest with you,
Mhm.
women are a lot more aggressive than they used to be. Uh,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
even me, yeah, even me and my fellas, when we get together at the cigar lounge, we've met a numerous amount of women that come, and I mean, just in general conversation, they talking about oral sex and everything, and I'm like, where the hell that come from? I was just asking you what kind
So,
of
so,
cigar you
so
smoke.
let me ask you this: do you what kind of cigar? She smokes chocolate.
Like, wow, where the hell that come from, man? What?
She like chocolate. He said, okay, so she said you must continue to date your partner. You must continue to date your partner. But let me ask you this. When women, like you said, women now talk just as upfront and as aggressive as men. I'm one of those women because you know me personally as well,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah,
me and you have had conversations, and I people tell me all the time, and I think you said it, you don't find women like me a lot. You find them, but they're not going to be open enough to say, hey, Latanya, you talk like a man. I don't talk like a man. I talk about how it is. Okay. It's a fact in my life, right? Why do you think we became this way? We became like, and I'm not saying like a man because I'm never like a man. I can never be like a man. But
Right.
our behavior and our attitudes and the way we think has become like a man because of the experiences that we went through with a man. So in reality, guys, y'all taught us. You really taught it. You taught us how to be like you. So that's why this lady said what she said. That's a taught behavior because of what she went through.
Right. That's a
Oh,
tall
we got
behavior.
trouble coming in. We got extra people coming in. Hey. That's a taught behavior. Am I right? Am I wrong? That's a taught behavior.
Right. It's a taught behavior. But
Y'all
I will say this. I will say this in the game too. If you look at it now, is going back to what you said, that women are like women. Let me be realistic here. And I'm not finna get into the battle of the sexes, but
you don't have to. We're not here to. We agree to disagree. We good. We grown.
Right. But let's keep this real. Women have become so confused, and when I say so confusing, when they come to men, you say at one point, "Oh, I want you to express yourself. I want you to open up. I want you to give me your feelings." Now, when we do that, we call bitches and hoes, because now we're expressing how we really feel. Now that we starting to open up and we starting to tell you all, "Hey, listen, this is what I'm going through today. I'm going through this and that and the other." And man, this is just getting so hard and so complicated. Life is becoming so hard and complicated. Oh, shut up. Quit acting like a bitch. Excuse me?
But wait a minute. That has been our story to us forever. Oh, man, y'all go out with y'all guys. Oh, man, that bitch tripping tonight. I ain't finna be, man. I'm finna go, man. I don't feel like hearing that tonight, man. I don't care about your job. I don't care. It's learned behavior. So now here we are. When you come to us and be sentimental, we're like, girl, he over here being sensitive like a man. You want to meet me down at the den? You want to meet me at the VIP and have some drinks?
Bogus as hell. Bogus as hell.
Joint, because he's doing too much. So the tables have turned. We are being taught this, guys, and this is what I'm trying to. And I'm not saying I'm not a bitter woman, but the behavior that I have, I was raised in a household with 6 men. I'm the baby of 9 siblings, right? 6 brothers. So, and then I have other men that I call my brothers, and life, that I grew up about a bunch of men. It's taught behavior. And then after you got hurt so many times, you're like, you know what? I'm gonna try with his way. I think, let me see if that's gonna work. And that's how I learned the behavior. Am I a woman? I want to be loved. I want to be in a relationship. I'm tired of sleeping by myself. Every night, roll over. Oh, that's a pillow. Oh, that's the body pillow. So I want this, but it has to be somebody who understands me. I'm not saying I want to be in a poly relationship. I don't.
Well, it's gonna have to be somebody that you okay with sharing.
Exactly.
In 2023 and beyond.
He know me so well.
You're gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be somebody that you okay with sharing, because that's what people do. That's what it is.
That's what it is. And it doesn't bother me.
And men are really hypocritical. So
They're
I decided not to be a hypocrite. Yeah, because if you're gonna do it, you might as well accept that she could do it.
So this is what my boy says. He said, you should be able to talk about anything with your partner. You should be able to talk. I should be able to talk about anything with my partner. Everything.
That's bullshit.
You should be able.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Anything.
No,
I can talk about. I want to be able to talk about anything.
You should be able to anything, whatever I'm feeling, whether you like it or not.
Well,
you should be able to talk about it, and then we can deal with it.
Okay, so I'm allowed. The reason why I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna say this, why I'm saying bullshit on this. And again, this is no attack on women. So again, don't be telling your little comments where be like, keep his ass off the show. Let me explain this very carefully. Let me explain this very, very carefully.
Okay, explain it.
Women have a tendency to hear and not fucking listen.
That's true.
When we talk. When a man is talking, the majority of the time when a man is talking, here's the thing again, men are not just going to open up, but when he feels the need to open up and starts to open up, she's ready. She's listening to respond and be rebellious. She's not listening. She's not taking all that. Yeah. She's not digesting that
Well,
information
you
to
have
say.
to have you have to have that partner that can listen. I had to learn how to listen. Really, I did. That's a learned
Mm.
behavior as well. You have to
Yeah,
learn.
and
You have to
that's a
have that
personal
partner.
issue.
It's a personal
Yeah.
issue because
Yeah.
it was personal.
But
I didn't want to listen. I mean,
right.
shut the
I mean,
fuck up.
but I mean, in most cases, well. Let me rephrase that. In a percentage of cases, that's what you get. I was, and again, it's funny. My guy just sent me this video the other day, and I was just talking about this because again, we was at the cigar lounge, and there was this sister that's saying, "Oh, I'm a single mother, and I'm a single such and such," and I told her, I said, "You're a single mother." She's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "So the dad doesn't participate or help with the kid?" Yeah, he come back and get him. He take him to basketball practice and such. I said, well, you ain't no single mother. You just a single woman. Why are you going out there putting that title out there?
Yeah, yeah.
You are a single woman. You are not a single mother.
Because the father is still in the life of the child, so
right.
you're not single.
Right, you're not a single mother, or you just single. Period. Just say the word. Yeah. I'm just single. But you can't.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, but oftentimes you see people want to, women want to take on the responsibility. One thing I know personally for me, I'm not trying to sleep with another man. So I don't need you to come up here and try to flex your nuts like they bigger than mine. I mean, if we're in a damn relationship, hold on, darling. No, let's get this straight now.
Women, you got to be the women. Now, I may come off hard, but I'm very submissive. I'm very submissive with, if I'm dating a guy, I'm a woman. I'm really a woman. I'm kind-hearted and all those things. But there's always a but with me. How you come to me is how I'm going to treat you. I'm not going to just be pouring into you. And it's not phony with me because I am generally a nice person. And I'm very humble with my guy. And I can be submissive in the relationship. But I'm not going to be something and I'm not getting it back in return. I'm not doing it to get it, but I'm doing it because I should deserve it.
Well, you just said a trick word there, and I'm gonna ask you this question since you brought that word up.
Okay.
What do you define as submissive?
Submissive can be a lot of different things. It's just not one type of way to be submissive to your mate. It's just not it's not one way. Your submissiveness is dependent on your partner. Like he just said, you got confusion in personalities. You got to get to know the person that you with. What works for me and my guy may not work for me and you. You know what I'm saying, Moses? So my submission is always going to be different from the one that before because you are not the same people.
Well, I agree with what you just said, but I want to add a caveat to that. The caveat to that is society has made that word submission a bad word. They made it a bad word.
But I am a very submissive woman to my man.
But the word submission, actually, the true context of the word submission actually means to trust. It means to trust. So if I come to my woman, or if I come to a woman I'm just dating, period, and I say, hey, listen, will you be willing to submit to me? I've done this to a few women. Hey, are you willing to submit? You got me fucked up. Submit to you? I barely know you.
So a lot of people, meaning women, are afraid of the word because they don't know the definition to submission.
Exactly.
Everybody
and as I told them,
biblical days, I got to, or looking at Coming to America. They look at that when whatever you want, whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that you like. That's submission to them, and that's where they get messed up at. And they wonder why. And I'm sorry to say, our sisters, that's why some of our African American men date Caucasian women,
right?
Because I mean, they understand the submission part of it,
right? It's literally, and I'm gonna put this out here for the sisters. Quit getting so offensive when you hear that word, because what you should ask that man when he does bring it up, ask him what's his definition. Say, hey, bro, what's your definition of that word submission? Because it, like I said, if he's angry.
Don't get angry. Talk to your guy and see what is submission to him. Like my boy just said, he said, you have to bring submission out of your woman. It depends on, like I just said, how you treat me. What submission to you? That's something that has to be brought out of a woman. A woman that's going to come in and say, I'm just going to be submissive to this guy. And no, we give you too much in the beginning as is.
No, I honestly might disagree with you a little bit on that one, Tanya. Okay. Because here's my thing again. if we're choosing to travel down this road, and like you said, it depends on the individuals. I will give you that. But
Mhm.
if we are making the efforts to travel down this road, and again, we're talking about submission, all I'm asking you is to trust the process. Trust the
Okay.
process. Trust
Okay.
me and trust the process.
So
Because if you like the way I'm moving, then that should give you the understanding. Well, this guy pretty much he knows what he's doing, or he has some direction to where he's going. So
mhm.
technically speaking, I think at that point, woman kind of, I'm not gonna say she should kind of just sit back, but she should allow that process to manifest. Just allow
Let me
that to
ask you
manifest
this. Do you
within
believe
itself.
a man should be submissive?
Of course,
Okay. Because some
because
men
if
don't
I'm
think that word applied to them. Um, he said a man has to do we men have to do our part. I don't have my glass on to have her be in to be submissive. There's some other comments that was up I want to read. If we can't talk with her and she can't with you, that's a disaster, he's saying. Janice says that's just women men do as well. I don't understand that part. Can you repeat that with me? I don't know what you mean. We was talking with you, the wrong partner. So you may have the wrong partner. I agree with Moses. I don't want to share. So Kelly said she doesn't want to share. Some women don't want to share, and I don't want to share. But sometimes Kelly, we share and we don't even know it.
yeah, that's true too.
Let me tell you something, sisters. Unfortunately, 80% of the time, we are sharing our man. That includes husbands and all. Because I didn't seen some of your husbands out. You should be able to talk. That's the truth. I didn't see them, and I'm not saying a word because it's not my
Oh my
business.
God.
But
I didn't say that, dude. I didn't say that, guys.
hey, I didn't seen your husbands out. Some of your husbands was in my inbox too,
Ooh.
and I sent them home to you. Men are. I'm gonna tell you something. Just tell your wife that you want to be in an open relationship. She might agree because guess what? You may be afraid of that man because you don't want her to be in one. That's the only reason why y'all don't tell us that. Because you don't want her to do the same thing you do. Because you're selfish. And I keep trying to tell people it's not always about sex.
It's
Companionship.
not, but
Companionship is good to have with somebody else too. I can't stand when a female date a man, and Moses, you know I ain't lying, or a male is dating a woman and they can't have their other female friends. Why not?
oh yeah, I don't get that.
Why
I
do
don't.
you have to stop having your female friends because I'm your woman? Have your female friends. Y'all go out have a good time. Because guess what? How am I going to dictate if you slept with her or not? I'm not going to ask. It's not my business. If you say that's your friend, that's your friend. But guess what? We all going to be friends.
And that's
Because
the way
if
it
you
should
don't
be.
have nothing to have, why
Right,
not?
right, and that's the way it should
Women
be.
can't handle that and men cannot handle that. I hear that all the time. Girl, he talking about she his friend. Maybe she is his friend, his real
Right.
friend. Before you came into the world and started dating this man, there were other females in his life that are his friends, and vice versa. I
Oh,
just
I
think it's
definitely
an
agree.
immature thing. Somebody said that's true. Okay, we got to wrap it up. So Moses, thank you for coming in with us. Our
No
free,
problem.
and y'all please read the so she's an understanding of a poly relationship. I see that a lot of people don't have the true meaning, understanding of a poly relationship. A lot of people don't know what a poly relationship is. A lot of time people think a poly relationship is all about sex. It's
Huh.
not always about sex. If I could, my boy explained it the best. I'd rather have three incomes in the household than one.
There you go. There
It's
you
not
go. It
always
is.
about sex.
Yeah.
Y'all need to mature on go and do your studies about this stuff. Go and do
Well,
your it's just internet, Facebook, TikToks have made the things like the word submission bad, poly bad. They have made all these things really bad, and it's not bad. It's not
yeah.
bad. And it have nothing to do with, oh, well, you save and you shouldn't do this and you use this. Guess what? Live your life because everybody don't believe in what you believe in. I'm just gonna keep it real. Everybody don't believe in what you believe in. I know a man married to two women. They live together and they are happy. I know people too in poly relationships. I know like a 3 or 4 of them, and they happy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Some of y'all
That-
walk past them every day, don't even know they all live together and got kids with each other. But that's their
Look-
choice.
they said if you can afford it, let it happen.
Now, and he said something right here. He said a lot of these 50 plus people are living their 4th childhood. Childhood or 20s? Anyway, thank you, Moses. I hope you come back on next week with me. I really appreciate you coming on. And like I
Thank
said,
you.
it's one of them hot topics. We talked about the broil. We talked about this lady talking about her husband. I don't think she was wrong for it. It doesn't make her a whole. It doesn't make her a dishonest woman in her marriage. It's just saying he did something, and for every reaction, there is going to be a reaction. The other thing is with the broil. Those people thought they was going to go and beat up that man, and somebody came in, swam across the sea. And he saved, but he helped, and other people came and helped. And I think unity should start from there. Like you said, the Million Man March, whatever happened to that, I would like to know more about that. So please, Moses, come back on next week.
Yeah.
If you do your studies on what happened with that, I would love to talk about that more. What really happened with the Million Man March? Okay.
Got you.
Again, guys,
Got you.
August the 26th, join me at VIP. I really would love for you to come, Moses, to cigar areas over there, whatever. Please, guys, buy your tickets in advance because trust me, that last week, everybody try to buy their tickets and y'all get the call. You got any more tickets? I don't think I will. So please buy your tickets now. Again, thank you, guys. I'll see you all on next Monday. Join me right here on the Lati Show at 7:30. Thank you again, Moses. Thank you, Derek, for joining in. And everybody else, come on and join back in on the Lati Show. See y'all next week. Deuces.
Bye bye.
Bye.